Major funding for this Read 180 workshop is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future.
Intel Corporation is a proud supporter of PBS. The Intel Innovation in Education Initiative provides teachers with the resources to inspire their students and encourage them to unlock their potential.
At Jif Peanut Butter, we know just how choosy you are when it comes to your family, including the shows you value most. Public television encourages kids' curiosity and love of learning, and Jif is proud to support Cyberchase on behalf of all choosy moms and dads.
And by a ready-to-learn television cooperative agreement from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. This program was also made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Workshop 5, Wired for Trouble. Once upon a time, cell phones, laptops, and personal digital assistants didn't exist. As recently as 30 years ago, a keyboard was just part of a typewriter, and what you typed went only as far as the paper in front of you, unless, of course, you used one of these and sent it to someone by snail mail. But all that changed during the 1980s and 90s. The internet was born, computers got smaller, and cell phones got smarter. Today, much of what we say or write can travel in an instant over satellites. Very cool. But it's not so cool if technology isn't used in appropriate ways. In this workshop, we'll look at the potential for all of these personal devices to cause trouble. First, you'll weigh in on an important debate. Should cell phones be banned in school? Then you'll meet a new kind of bully, the cyberbully. They don't have to be big and strong, but their harm can go deep. Our final reading asks, just how connected is too connected? If you can't detach from simultaneous activities of talking, web surfing, instant messaging, and emailing, you may be a little too hooked up for your own good. Our video story will show you how the whole world is connected and how you are a part of the wild, wild web. Reading 1. Should schools ban cell phones? Well, should they? It's a big issue across the country. In New York City, the mayor banned cell phones in the classroom, sparking a heated debate. Critics argue that cell phones are too disruptive in class. Many people, especially teachers, agree.
Even if it's not ringing, if it's on vibrate, it's calling their attention away from the work, and then they're not concentrating on their schoolwork.
But many parents and students feel that cell phones are a must in case of an emergency.
It's just going to make life harder for the kids who still need their cell phones to get in touch with each other and their families.
In this debate, you'll read the opinions of two students and come to your own conclusion. Reading 2. Cyberbullies. Everyone in school knows what bullies are like. They want to be feared, so they make themselves seem bigger and tougher than they really are. But the internet has given birth to a new kind of bully, one who doesn't have to be big or scary in real life. On the internet, bullies come in many shapes and sizes, male and female. On the internet, you are anonymous. No one can see you, and no one has to know who you are. This opens the door for some of the worst and most painful kind of bullying, cyberbullying. In this magazine article, you'll read about how widespread this problem is and how to identify cyberbullies, and most importantly, how to make them stop. Reading 3, Trouble at Your Fingertips. It's well past midnight, and you are still in front of your computer doing homework, checking instant messages from friends, listening to your favorite downloads, and text messaging, all at the same time. Are you hooked on technology? Being connected can actually reach the level of addiction if you can't stay away from your cell phone, laptop, PDA, or iPod for more than a few minutes. In this feature story, you'll read about the serious consequences of technology addiction. You'll also get a few tips on how to kick the habit. There is an invisible web that connects us all. If you've ever received email,
you've got mail.
If you've ever downloaded from a website,
File done.
If you've ever used a cell phone, you are part of it. But are you sure you want to be? The Wild Wild Web. That invisible world we call cyberspace is a very real network that connects almost everyone in the world with each other and connects you with the world. Being part of this web of connections definitely has an upside. Nothing compares with cyber technology to bring people together in real life, even for goofy reasons, like this flash mob, a random group of strangers who were summoned by emails or text messages to show up at a particular place and time for a very strange purpose.
All going to go into the building. I recommend Toys R Us and Hop Like Frogs.
Why did they do it?
In a big city like this, in which people are usually in a rush, it's nice to take a break and have some fun.
Cool. But cyber connections bring people together for more serious reasons, too. About 500,000 people showed up for this immigration rally in Los Angeles, and students were a big help in organizing the people with only computers and cell phones to spread the word. Of course, if you're not into hopping like a frog or joining a rally, being connected is great just for keeping up with your friends. But what if the people you're connected to aren't friendly? One ordinary kid with extraordinary computer skills disrupted some of the biggest commercial sites on the web, including eBay and Yahoo, all from the privacy of his bedroom. Of course, some cyber criminals aren't just teenagers messing around. Law enforcement officials fear that terrorists may get into the act, targeting the computers of the power companies that keep our lights turned on or the sanitation plants that make our water safe to drink.
What terrorism is going to look like is more subtle. It's going to be something very targeted. Go after a power plant. Go after a piece of critical infrastructure.
Cyberspace is a tempting place for all these troublemakers to strike because they can do their deeds anonymously instead of face-to-face. But the truth is, you're not as anonymous as you might think. Your computer has its own address, called an IP address, that shows up anytime you send an email or visit a website. And most cell phones now come equipped with GPS, a global positioning system that lets anyone with the right technology track you and your phone to within a few yards. Your little wireless device is constantly broadcasting its location whenever it's turned on, which is awesome if you're lost in the woods, but not so cool if you're trying to hide out. Your cell phone is ringing. Gotcha.